great to think about the American Revolution, Gandhi's peace protests, and even the civil rights movements. But even today, we have amazing ground-shifting events such as Occupy and Arab Spring, all revolutions spurred by groups of people dissatisfied with the current status quo. So they organized, individuals bonded by one core belief. But what exactly is a revolution? I mean, does it mean an uprising? Does it mean to overthrow an organization or a government? The definition may surprise you. The actual definition of a revolution is to create a fundamental change in the way of thinking about or visualizing something, to create a rotation, to create a paradigm shift. In 2010, I was speaking on this same topic, but at that time, the idea of revolution seemed so far removed from our day-to-day. Ironically enough, that trip to Detroit introduced me to a slew of people who were creating their own revolutions. So I started wondering, who's out there creating their own revolutions? That question inspired a 23-city road trip in search of these game changers who were creating positive social impact. We found a few commonalities. There were cities that had community gardens like this one, which are great because you can donate thousands of pounds of food, and they're an effective crime strategy, or crime prevention strategy. There's also hackathons that we found, which provide a forum for individuals and teams to come together to make innovation happen, creatively building new ideas out of nothing and tackling problems to create fun and revolutionary things. It's what it's really all about. Also, the way that we are working is changing. In almost every city that we went to, we found a co-working space. With co-working, you can share your expertise with the person next to you. You can collaborate in fun, inventive ways and problem solve. Also, many cities offer incentives for rehabbing spaces. It was great to see train cars in Nashville be turned into artist studios, and in spaces like this in Boston turned into artist housing. We also found a ton of art. Art demonstrates our power to innovate by providing visceral examples of how the imagination can transform something, think beyond boundaries, and overcome obstacles. Amazing initiatives conceived of and executed by everyday heroes, all of them doing it for no other reason than they felt compelled to do it. So as I interviewed dozens of people, a few common threads emerged. No one I spoke to knew how they were going to accomplish the revolution. They just knew that they had to. Failure was not an option. So they just trusted and then kept on moving along. Also, everyone that I spoke to said that social media was the most powerful tool that they were able to use. Social allows for people to connect with others, find like-minded individuals, and for voices to be heard. No matter what your revolution, there's a social media tool out there for you. I also asked individuals why were they doing this and not waiting for someone else. And most of them said to me, we cannot wait for someone to save us. So how about you? What kind of revolution are you willing to start, to spark? When you look back on your life, what do you want to be remembered for? What social good footprint do you want to leave behind? What would motivate you and keep you motivated? And once you're ready, realize you are not alone. There are others out there that have the same needs that you do. Find them and create a revolutionary team. Remember, everyone has a role to play. Know your strengths and play to them. Small changes make a huge difference in a community. These individuals know that. So are you ready to create a revolution, to inspire people to be the change that they wish to be in the world? Well, if you are, then we'll be waiting for you. So, what are you waiting for? I'm Nae Duane, and this is my revolution. Thank you for your time.